Love Island All Stars Season 3, Episode 14, and I am fucking flabbergasted at Whitney's behaviour tonight. Like, I actually can't believe it. As we know, Shaq and Jess were voted out the villa, and I wasn't really that interested in their interviews, to be honest with you. But they're gone, and that's that. So Leanne was really upset that she was in the bottom three, but as I said in my last video, the chances of you being in the bottom three, there was a high probability. Because it was out of 6, so it was halfie that was going to go up and one person was the favourite, so it was likely that you were going to be there. Obviously you're not thinking that at the time, you're thinking everybody fucking hates me. So Leanne was upset and Scott wasn't trying to make her feel better. He was upset because she didn't say, "Oh, I'm really glad to still be here with you," and she was upset because he didn't try and console her. So they kind of had a wee argument. So Whitney was in bed with Connor. And she says, "I can't believe that Shaq's gone." And he says, "Oh, he was a big character." And she says, "I wanted him to stay over you." I'm all about being honest, right? And being blunt and like whatever else. But it wasn't even the fact that she said that was the bad thing. It was the fact that she says, "Is that bad?" Is she so fucking unaware? It's literally like, I can't believe, I'm fucking shocked. Visualise for a second, if you will. Whitney's in the bottom three. She's lying in bed with Connor. And Connor says, "Oh, such and such left. I wanted them to stay over you." Is that bad? Is that fucking bad? She'd have been out that bed faster than the speed of light. She'd have been giving it, charge it to the game, charge it to this, charge it to that. And she's got the fucking audacity to lie in that bed and tell the guy that she's coupled up with that she wanted him to go over Shaq. Actually get to fuck. If I was him, I'd have just went, "Right, cool," stood up and fucked off and slept outside. I'd have been like, "Right, thanks very much." And then he was telling the guys about it, he was telling somebody about it the next day, and he says, "Oh, I think that speaks volumes." Aye, it fucking speaks volumes. Go and find somebody else. She didn't even sit him down and say, "I don't really know what's happening with us," or "I don't know how I feel it." Just, "Oh, I'd have preferred Shaq to stay over you." What an absolute fucking cunt move. So now I've got absolutely no time for her whatsoever. When she was actually going in, I thought, "Oh no, I can't be bothered with her," because she was on another reality TV show and she wasn't a nice person on it. But I thought, do you know what, she'll go in, like, give people a chance. She went in and I was actually quite liking her. I like the fact that she's really honest and stuff, but the night was too far, so now she can just get to fuck. The girls are so confused and upset that Scott didn't say we'd leave with Leanne. I agree with him, it's been 2 weeks. And I know that 2 weeks seems like a fucking year in the villa, but they're expecting too much at this point. Keep in mind that him and Millie like each other. Leanne's not the be all and end all. And I hate to take Scott's side, but they're not even halfway through the season yet, so you never know what could happen. So here come the American bombshells. I'm sorry, I can't remember any of their names. I remember Zach for Love Island USA. I actually watched Love Island USA, but I only started watching it in the past maybe 4 years or something, and I've got a really bad memory for names and faces. So here they are, they put them in a new villa, and I was thinking to myself, "Oh, I wonder if this is going to be like Australia, where they have Hotel Amour, and each of them pick somebody to go and spend the night with or spend 2 nights with or whatever." But what actually happened was the show split up the couples and put half of them in with them and left the other half single, which I don't think's fair. Obviously, this is like a new twist on Casa Amor because this season's on for longer, but I was expecting them to bring in bombshells at the end for the villa. So I'm sitting waiting on them saying tomorrow night, and then like Ronnie and Olivia and that put them up, but no. So Millie, Belle, Whitney, Helena, Scott, Jack, Tommy, and Kieran all get sent to the Villa USA. Over in the villa, they were playing games, and honestly, I don't really pay attention when they play these stupid fucking games. I wish they would bring in the challenges where they get dressed up and they ask questions and get them to kiss and all that. I find these games just so fucking boring. But somebody was voice noting me through it and they were saying, "Oh, like, it's alright for Belle to kiss somebody, but if Sean done it, she'd lose her shit and all that." And it's always double standards. It's always the same. I get that they wanted the islanders to be sitting over there miserable and listening to what's going on and thinking, "Oh my god, what are they doing, the kissing and all that." But I really hope that tomorrow night they do bring in more bombshells for the villa, because it just doesn't seem fair the way it is. Millie was sitting talking to one of the guys and she had on a stunning sparkly orange dress. I am obsessed with orange right now. In the game, one of them had to kiss the islander that they thought was in a one-sided relationship, and she kissed Scott. Meanwhile, it showed you Curtis talking to Leanne and saying, "Oh, I don't know, like, you seem more into him or whatever." And Leanne's obviously upset at this point because they've just had an argument and she doesn't know what's going on. I will say, I'm really glad that they've brought in bombshells for USA, because when you watch Love Island USA in Australia, they always bring in bombshells for the UK. And I've never understood why they don't do it here. And okay, what's the chances that you're going to move to another country or whatever, but it happens. And at least we don't have to look at the same fucking faces like Ronnie again and again and again. So while I'm happy to see these new faces, I just think the games are absolutely shite. Okay, they've spent quite a lot of money flying them out and all that, but the games are just fucking boring. And I'm going to be honest with you, after Whitney said that to Connor, the rest of the episode I was just fucking raging. Who says that? Who says that to somebody and then says, "Is that bad?" Aye, it's fucking bad. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.